This is a bolt action rifle and it's pointed in a safe direction. To make sure it's unloaded, I'm visually going to inspect the chamber and the open action, which this is. And I also like to feel in there with my finger just to make sure, in case my eyes fail me. So again, I inspected the open action and the magazine to make sure they're unloaded. Now, this is a safety on the gun right here. And a safety is a mechanical device that can fail. I'm going to show you a few other types of safeties. The first safety you saw was a Weatherby Mark V. Then we're going to go to the next safety design here, which is a Remington 700, and you're going to find on a Weatherby Vanguard or a Howe and a whole bunch of other rifles that are very similar. Say Dakota is another make. There's a lot of them. And I visually inspect the rifle. The chamber's unloaded. I'm going to feel in there. My finger, it is. Okay, here's the safety on the Remington 700. Okay, that's safe, and that's fire. Something about this gun, this design cannot be placed on safety when the gun is not cocked, and I'll demonstrate that. The gun is not cocked right now. It cannot be placed on safety. I'm going to go over here to a third safety. This is a Ruger 77 design. It has what they call a 3-position safety. Okay. Position 1, it'll fire. Position 2, it's on safe and the bolt will open. And the last position, the bolt will not open and it's still on safe. There's many safeties. I just went over 3 of them here. Now, all modern firearms have three basic parts. The action, which is this part in here. The stock, which is this part right here. And the barrel, which is this part right here. Now, rifles are categorized by caliber, and so are your handguns. Now, on this rifle, we get the caliber by looking at the side of the barrel, and it's not real clear on this gun because the gun's been Duracoated, so I'm going to grab another one that hasn't been. 223 Remington. That's what this is chambered in. Everybody see that? Okay, now to get the correct ammunition to place in here, I'm going to match what's written on the barrel, 223 Remington, to what's written on the box for the ammunition. Now, modern firearms come in 2 varieties. This is repeating, and they're also single shot. So all modern firearms can be categorized into those 2 groups, single shot and repeating. Now, I should clean this gun after every use. Not after every shot, but each time after I go shooting, the gun should be cleaned. Now, I should also store this firearm locked, set in a locked compartment separate from the ammunition. You guys got that? Locked separately from the ammunition. That's how it should be stored. Okay, this is a shotgun. An over-under, and to make sure it's unloaded, I'm going to go through pretty much the same procedure. I'm going to have it pointed in a safe direction. I'm then going to open the chamber and visually inspect to make sure it's unloaded, which we can very clearly see on this gun. Now, the same procedure I'm going to use for matching the ammunition on this one. So I'm going to look on the barrel. And it says 12 gauge. I don't know if everybody can read that, but that's what it says. So then I'm going to go to my box of ammunition, which also says 12 gauge. Now this is lead shot ammo. It would not be acceptable to shoot lead shot ammunition on waterfowl. And you could not use lead shot on waterfowl. Now the calibers are for rifles and pistols. Gauges, like 12 gauge, is how shotguns are classified. You have say 12 gauge, 20, 410, 16. The degree of narrowing, these are called chokes at the end, and that is also the degree of narrowing at the end of a barrel is called a choke. And the storage procedure on this is the same. Stored separately in a locked compartment, our storage area. I'm going to triply go to ammo. Okay, and that's true for all the ammunition you see in front of you. You got the case, which here is plastic, this is brass. The primer, this is the primer, and this is the primer. The powder, which unfortunately we cannot see, and the projectile. The projectile is this bullet, or this bullet right here, which is much smaller. And here we can't see the projectile because it's covered up by the case. But in here there's a bunch of little shot, and that's the projectile.